Stugotz, I don't know if you saw, Mike. I'm sure you're aware of this. You know what came out recently? The first year eligible members for the NFL Hall of
Yes.
Fame.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
So we have some names on this list, and I'm wondering because this is the year that we finally get resolution, somewhat resolution to is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer? I mean, we'll find out is he a first ballot Hall of Famer because he is eligible now for the first time. Now, also on this list, there's some big names. There's Marshawn Lynch, Darrell Sproles, Demaryius Thomas is on there, Vernon Davis, Aqib Talib, Terrell Suggs. So, like, there's a lot of big names. Adam Vinatieri is on there as a potential first-time Hall of Famer. So, of those groups, like, Vinatieri's a question mark because I think we all think that he's a great player, but is he a Hall of Famer? Because there's one kicker in the Hall of Fame now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He'll
So
eventually get in, I think. Yeah.
He's not going to get it on the first ballot.
No,
Is
no,
Eli
he should
Manning,
not get. I'm more interested if Golic thinks that Eli Manning is a first ballot guy because I do not. Okay.
So
Really?
first Vinatieri is going to get in, but not on the first ballot. I know he has the most stats, most points, most everything, but people will say it's an accumulator of 24 years. But he does have big kicks in the postseason, which is one of the reasons we're talking about Eli the most, because Eli made 0 all-pro teams, but he has 2 big moments in Super Bowls and 2 big postseasons. Eli Manning is not getting in on the first vote. I do not think he's getting. I think he's going to get into the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
And this is kind of a weird thing. If you're a Hall of Famer, you're a Hall of Famer. But it's kind of like, I think there are separate rooms in the Hall of Fame, like Deacon Jones, Reggie White, Lawrence Taylor are in a separate pass rushing room, in the Hall of Fame, and I think so. I think there are those that say I got in on the first ballot and those that didn't. I do not think Eli gets in on the first ballot. I think the two locks for first ballot Hall of Famers are Terrell Suggs and Luke Kuechly.
Yes.
I think they are locks. Now, Luke Kuechly played 8 years, but in those 8 years, he led everybody in tackles, passes defense, I think interceptions, led all linebackers. So what do they say about Hall of Fame? You have to be the best at your position for a period of time. He was the best at his position. And you can look at others at like Davis, who got in, the running back from the Broncos.
Terrell Davis. Yeah, it took Baselli a while, though. Similar situation. Took Tony a little bit.
Yeah. Gale Sayers, was a shortened career. I think Luke Kuechly gets in on the first, and I think Terrell Suggs of the modern players when they started the sacks in '82 is 8th on the list. There are players behind him who are in the Hall of Fame who have less sacks than him, and every player above him is in the Hall of Fame. He should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Kuechly should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Marshall Yanda. Now, there might be a little bit of a line at the guard position, but I think Marshall Yanda has a chance. I think Earl Thomas has a chance. The Legion of Boom, with Cam Chancellor and Richard Sherman and Earl Thomas. Amazing. Earl Thomas was the glue of that Legion of Boom, of how he played. And I think he should get some looks as a first ballot. I don't know if he will, but I think Suggs and Kuechly should definitely be first ballot Hall of Famers.
I don't know if you guys caught this or not. So after their great performance, speaking of Hall of Fame, the Cardinals this past weekend, Kyler Murray's jersey was sent to the Hall of Fame.
Ridiculous.
And will be
Have
displayed somewhere in the Hall of Fame because he became just the second player in NFL history with 250 plus passing yards, 50 plus rushing yards, and a perfect 158.3 passer rating. So somewhere there's a wing, there's a bathroom, there's something where this jersey of Kyler Murray's is going to be displayed in the Hall of Fame. Too much?
Okay. I mean,
it's a room I'm not going in. I can tell you that much.
Cool for him. I mean, I would go in the room and look at the accomplishments and say, wow, but I didn't know that was put a jersey in the Hall of Fame worthy.
Yeah, it's a waste
How
of
great would it be to put him in stalls, like jerseys like that, bathroom stalls?
That's what I'm saying.
It's a great game.
What he did that day.
Great game, and again, only the third player to do it.
Week
Great
2
accomplishment.
regular
week
season.
2.
Who cares?
Do it in the postseason.
And I don't just mean Kyler's jersey. Others that they do this for, I'm kind of wishy-washy on that.